Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
It is Monday, unless you're Chris Rock, because I'm pretty sure he got slapped into next week.
This was the Hollywood version of your drunk uncle starting a fight, ruining the wedding, and then standing up and giving a long toast.
America may be divided, but it was kind of nice for all of us to come together and say, holy crap, at the same time.
Remember 24 hours ago when we thought Timothée Chalamet's sternum was the craziest thing we see all night?
If you haven't seen it, I mean, you've seen it.
Boy, oh boy, was that the hardest slap to have ever unleashed on live television? Certainly was for all of us at Billionaire Life. While we're against the violent behavior, here's a video on the net worth of both the celebrities and a battle of their successes. Watch till the end to find out why it all happened and what's the final verdict on the whole situation. Will Smith's net worth. Will Smith is an actor, film producer, and rapper who has been one of the most famous and popular celebrities in the world for decades. According to several sources, Will Smith is believed to have a net worth of $350 million. Every year, Will Smith earns at least $40 million from his various endeavors and has earned as much as $80 million in some years. For example, between June 2019 and June 2020, Will earned $45 million from his various endeavors, primarily film salaries. At the peak of his career in the 2000s, Will earned $20 to $30 million per movie. In recent years, he has earned massive single film salaries from Netflix. He reportedly earned $20 million for the 2017 Netflix movie Bright and $35 million for its sequel. He is also somewhat of a social media superstar. As of the date of this video's production, Will has more than 62 million followers on Instagram, 9 million subscribers on YouTube, and 69 million followers on TikTok. Chris Rock's net worth. Chris Rock is an American comedian, actor, writer, producer, and director who has a net worth of $60 million. His net worth could be much higher, but he lost tens of millions of dollars, reportedly as much as $40 million, in a divorce settlement with his wife of 20 years, Malag Compton. They divorced in 2016 after 20 years of marriage. Chris first gained a wide following thanks to Saturday Night Live in the early 1990s. But he is also widely recognized for his talent as an actor in notable films such as The Longest Yard in 2005, the Madagascar film series from 2005 to 2012, and Grown Ups 2010. He also created and produced the semi-autobiographical sitcom Everybody Hates Chris, which aired 88 episodes between 2005 and 2009. He was voted as the 5th greatest stand-up comedian by a Comedy Central poll. When he is touring, Chris is consistently one of the highest-paid comedians in the world. For example, between June 2016 and June 2017, Chris Rock earned approximately $60 million. Between June 2017 and June 2018, Chris earned $30 million. Will Smith, the big Hollywood star. Riding high from his hit sitcom, in 1993, Will was paid $500,000 to star in 6 Degrees of Separation, for which he received critical acclaim. His movie career took off in a big way in 1995 when he co-starred in the hit action comedy Bad Boys, for which he earned $2 million. Years later, he would earn $20 million to appear in the sequel. In the 20 years between 1993 and 2013, Will earned $200 million in movie salaries and bonuses. As of this writing, his movie earnings easily top $300 million. Perhaps much more if some of his reported back-end deals are accurate. Will's biggest confirmed payday came in 2013, when he earned $20 million in upfront salary and $80 million in back-end points from Men in Black 3, thanks to his 10% cut of the gross. He reportedly also had 20% of the gross of Bad Boys 2, Hancock, and Pursuit of Happiness. Though it could be possible that he actually had $20 of net profits as opposed to gross, which would be significantly different numbers. If he indeed had gross points, he would have earned $355 million from those 4 movies alone. In 2007, Will earned $25 million for I Am Legend. His largest upfront payday was the $28 million he earned for I, Robot. In 2018, he earned $20 million to star in Netflix's Bright. Netflix reportedly paid Will $35 million to reprise his role in Bright 2. Chris Rock, the big comedy star. Rock joined the cast of Saturday Night Live in 1990, along with fellow new cast members Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, and David Spade. They became known as the Bad Boys of SNL. His first comedy album, Born Suspect, was released in 1991. The same year, he received praise for his portrayal of an addict in the film New Jack City. 2 years later, Rock left SNL and appeared instead on its primetime rival, the predominantly African-American sketch show In Living Color. However, he was only in 6 episodes as the show was canceled a month after he joined. Subsequently, Rock wrote and starred in the comedy CB4, which only cost $6 million to make but made $18 million. Rock premiered his first HBO special, Big Ass Jokes, in 1994, but it was the 1996 follow-up, Bring the Pain, that earned him 2 Emmy Awards and a reputation as one of the best comedians in America. He gained further popularity as commentator for Politically Incorrect on Comedy Central during the 1996 United States presidential elections, a role for which he earned another Emmy nomination. His HBO comedy specials, Bigger and Blacker, 1999, and Never Scared, 2004, had Time and Entertainment Weekly singing his praises as the funniest man in America. HBO also aired his own talk show, The Chris Rock Show, where he interviewed celebrities and politicians and won an Emmy for writing. Other award-winning projects of his from his time period include the comedy albums Roll with the New, Bigger and Blacker, and Never Scared, which all won Grammy Awards. Rock's 5th HBO special, Kill the Messenger, was released in September 2008, winning him another Emmy for Outstanding Writing for a Variety or Music Program. Will Smith's Real Estate. Will and Jada own around 10 properties in the United States. Here's a brief breakdown of their most notable current and former properties. In 1999, Will and Jada spent $7.5 million to acquire a stunning 100-acre property in the hills between Malibu and Calabasas, California. Over the next year, they bought several nearby parcels to string together 150 acres of contiguous land. The property features a 20,000 square foot main house, several guest houses, a private lake, a horse riding ring, equestrian trails, stables, tennis courts, and much more. They designed the property in a Santa Fe style after falling in love with actor Gene Hackman's Santa Fe home. They actually hired Hackman's Santa Fe architect for the project, which took years to kick off due to the environmental concerns and permit restrictions. In total, the Smiths own at least $100 million worth of real estate around the world that we know about. Chris Rock's real estate. In 1994, while working on SNL, Chris bought a home in Brooklyn, New York. He lived there for 2 years before moving to the suburbs with his new wife Malaak. He proceeded to rent the Brooklyn property for $8,000 per month until 2017, when he put the home on the market for $3.25 million. After the divorce, Malaak continued living in the family's 13,000 square foot mansion in Alpine, New Jersey, which they bought in 2001 for $3 million. The verdict. Thanks for watching until the end. As promised, here's the final verdict on this whole situation and the reason behind it. While clearly, financially and success-wise, the comparison is not even a battle to begin with, Will Smith has earned himself far more wealth and limelight in this race. However, when it comes to the battle of justice, truth always stands victorious. Here's Will Smith's Instagram apology that came out a day after the incident, in which he justifies his action as an emotional reaction. Pinkett suffers from alopecia, and Will interpreted the joke to be pointed towards her condition. However, a source told TMZ the former Saturday Night Live star did not know about Pinkett Smith's condition, and he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. The organizers behind the Oscars have launched a formal investigation into what happened. We have officially started a formal review around the incident and will explore further action and consequences in accordance with our bylaws, standards of conduct, and California law, they said in a statement. However, Academy Governor Whoopi Goldberg insisted they won't be taking back Smith's Oscar. Well, money brings great power, but it's 2022, and it goes without saying now that we have several Spider-Man movies. With great power comes great responsibility. We hope to learn from Will's mistake and handle our successes more responsibly. That's it for today, Billionaire Life Seekers. If the video was a fun watch, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring that bell icon. Until next time.